Awesome. Hello everyone. It's Christical, Ugly Duckling Master Educator. I'm just going to give it a moment. I have my partner in crime, Natasha Harton, Ugly Duckling Master Educator, with me to help answer any questions you guys may have as I am introducing to you. Oh, there's Natasha. Great. Thank you. I always like to make sure my lighting is looking good. Everything is clear so that you guys have a good view. So today I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys about our June deal, if you're not aware of that. And I'm going to do a quick demo using our Ugly Duckling Sculpting Gel. But I want to just let you guys know that we have an awesome deal this month. With the purchase of our 60 ml black bottles, you are receiving 15% off, as well as a free stand. So this is a great deal this month. So if you need to stock up on your gel, you can purchase the bottle and get a free stand with your purchase. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Christina. So that is the deal for the month. So I wanted to just show you guys too, if you're not familiar with Ugly Duckling Gel, what colors we offer and which ones actually come in our 60 ml bottle, because not all of our colors do either. And I'll tell you why that is. So what I'm going to do is show you the colors that we offer in our gel line and kind of what you would use them for. And then I'm going to actually do a demo using our gel bottle on my thumb. So if you guys have any questions, Natasha's here. I can see my screen today, so if I do catch any questions as I'm going along with my demo, I will be happy to answer. So with our Ugly Duckling Gel, we have the following colors. So let's start with natural. So with our gel, they come in 3 different sizes right now. We have our 15 ml sizes. We also have our larger 50 ml jars. And then we have our 60 ml gel in a bottle. So a lot of times people, either kind of wonder why we have in a bottle versus a pot. And it really comes down to preference, depending on what you prefer to use as a tack. And I know for the longest time, using a nozzle to apply gel was kind of out of my comfort zone. I wasn't familiar with it, and it took me a bit to get used to it, but once I did, it was actually a game changer. I really like the option of having the nozzle to apply the product and actually using the product to manipulate the product into place. So complete optional if you want to use the tip, which I'll show you here what that looks like. Okay, so you can apply it and you can use the tip to actually move your product into place. If you prefer to use a gel brush, no problem. You can use your gel brush. I personally like to kind of switch in between depending on what I'm doing. And I might as well show you too, just so you guys know, we do have 3 options of colors in our gel brushes. And we have them in white, black, and silver. I have all 3 for different things. We wanted to introduce different color gel brushes so that nail techs could use them for different systems within gel. So I use my silver when I'm using our main sculpting line, and then I'll use our black if I'm using our color gels, and maybe the white if I'm using more of a sparkle gel. That way I keep my brushes clean. I'm not fighting to have to remove any sparkle or certain pigmented colors. So that's what I personally love to do. Now let's open these up and show you what colors we have. And I'm going to scoop them out so you can take a little closer look. So we have our natural milky white. So I'll show you guys what this looks like here. So this is our natural milky white. This is a soft, make sure I'm in screen here. This is a soft white. So for clients who don't want necessarily a bright white French, this is a great option. It's also beautiful to use as a full coverage depending on preference and what you may be doing, but this is a great option for more of a soft, delicate French. So this is our natural milky white. This does come in a 60 ml jar, as well as our 50 and our 15 ml. what I want to do, just give me half a second here. I just want to remove that product before I go to the next one. Then we have our regular white. This white is beautiful because it's very bright. Actually, I should compare the two. This one is our regular white. So I would say our natural milky white, the one I showed you, is like a medium viscosity. It does self-level, and of course, depending on the room temperature that you're working with, the humidity, that will also change the way the gel flows. But this would be a medium to thick viscosity gel. Love this. Great for creating, obviously, reverse French. It does self-level, so if you're looking for more of a competition style white and a thicker viscosity white, I would recommend using our extreme white. I'm just going to keep that open for a second. I am right beside a window, so I am kind of playing a little bit with that. Okay, so you can see the difference. So this is our extreme white, which is a competition style white, where this is our regular white. Extreme white holds its shape. It will not move, and it's great for creating those extreme shapes. And I absolutely love it. To file is just beautiful. So depending on what kind of viscosity gel you're looking for, we have different options for you. Unfortunately, our extreme white and our fairy foo-foo do not come in the bottle, only because of it being a thicker gel. It doesn't work well in the bottles. So you can only get those ones in our 15 ml gel jars, speaking for the extreme. Our extreme white right now only comes in the 15 ml. It's one of our newer gels. And until we kind of see how it does, we may look into a larger size, but our fairy foo-foo does come in a 15 ml jar, so a bigger one. So complete preference, what you prefer to work out of. Again, you can check all of our products out on our website at uglyducklingnails.com to view which gels come in what jars as well. So that one was the, I showed you the extreme white. So let's move into the foo-foos, our foo-foo pinks. This is our regular foo-foo, and our regular foo-foo is a medium viscosity gel. Okay, full coverage, great for doing reverse French, full coverage, whatever you prefer to use. So this is our regular foo-foo. Love the color. And then with our fairy foo-foo, it's slightly different, which is awesome because between our foo-foo full coverage pinks in our acrylic line as well as our gel, they all kind of differ, which is nice. So this one is our fairy foo-foo, and you can already see the difference in viscosity. So our fairy foo-foo is a thick viscosity, again pairing our fairy foo-foo with our extreme white to create that competition style pink and white nail. Again, if you're doing just, you know, any extreme shapes, this foo-foo is absolutely beautiful to work with. So our fairy foo-foo comes in the 15 ml as well as our 50 ml. This one is amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorite gels to work with. And it's amazing because, you know, depending on where you're located in the world, you know, like I mentioned, the room temperature you're working with and just preference, everyone has, you know, what they prefer to use and what's easy for them in their application and their daily work. And then, of course, last but not least, we have our clear. And this clear is amazing to work with. Love it. Especially if you have clients that have sensitive nail plates or more prone to that heat spike. This gel has very low heat spike. Of course, if you are working with someone with damaged nail plates, thin nail plates, you know, people are going to feel that more so, but this gel is fabulous to work with. So this is our clear. I'm going to be working with our clear today, but I'm going to use it out of our 60 ml bottle. Okay, I haven't been looking at any questions, but I'm sure Natasha is taking care of that. So those are all of our gel options. So I've already kind of prepped the natural nail. I'm going to just put our prep and primer on and then put on our form. And I'm just going to get right into applying our clear gel out of our bottle. Okay, make sure I'm in frame here. I want to make sure everything is focused nicely. So if I've already kind of, you know, prepped the natural nail, removed any of the shine. I used our combo file, which is a medium and coarse file, which I'll show you guys here. Love this file. Oh, it's hard to focus here. So I used the medium side when I was prepping. Just apply my prep and then our primer. Just so you guys know, our primer is an acidless primer, so it will not burn when it makes contact to the skin. However, with any products, any chemical products, it's very important to make sure you avoid skin contact. And with this primer, it won't dry to a chalky white finish. It'll kind of have that satin sheen to it. I always find if I have issues with clients that are problem lifters, I apply 2 layers, making sure to allow each of those to dry in between. So our prep and primer goes with all of our systems, whether that's gel, acrylic, or acrygel. Okay, so I have already prepped my form only because it's very hard to apply forms. Oh, you want me to zoom in? Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate that. That's why it's good to have someone looking out for you. Okay, so I'm zooming in. So I will let her confirm if that is good. Okay, that looks better to me. It's hard to apply, so you'll have to just bear with me. It's extremely hard to apply a form when you're wearing gloves. So I kind of already prepped it ready to go so I can just slide it on. The forms that I'm using are our premium Ugly Duckling forms. Very thick mylar. They hold their shape. Great for salon use. We have 3 forms actually now to our line. We have our basic salon form. We have our premium as well as our Z Extreme form. So different options to use based on what you are doing in the salon environment. Natasha, how is that looking? Are we good now? Everything's clear? So just bear with me, you guys, until I get the form on. Fighting with the gloves. Okay, so just lining up these tabs. Make sure everything is nice and even. And the adhesive is so sticky. So if you're finding that you have to constantly take off the form and reapply it, you're not going to lose that adhesive, which is awesome. And these forms do not pop open, which is great, especially when you want to do a full set. Keep on all your forms. They work amazing. Okay. Looks great. Okay, thank you, Natasha. Alrighty, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to make sure, because always working with thumbs, make sure that form is on straight or we're going to have a crooked nail. I'm going to apply to the natural nail first. So I'm just going to take off the lid and I'm just going to do my thin layer of clear first. So depending on what color you guys are actually using, very important to make sure that you start with a thin layer of clear, especially working with more of a pigmented gel, fufu, or our pink. We always recommend doing a thin layer so that it bonds better. Okay, so especially with problem lifters, if you use a full coverage pink right over top of the natural nail without having that base, it's more likely going to lift because it's so pigmented. Okay, so I'm just kind of working that gel into the natural nail, and then I'm just going to cure that, and then we're going to sculpt the rest with the nozzle. So this is kind of when I'll incorporate my brush in the application process as well. And I just want to mention, as nail techs, nail professionals, we all know how important it is when it comes to curing thumbs. And we've heard a lot of issues lately where people are having issues with their thumbs curing. It is so important to make sure you have your clients do their thumbs separately. And I will admit, as a nail tech, I've been doing this for a long time, I've caught myself not having my hands positioned correctly in the lamp. And it's like, it's so easy for that to happen. And when we expect our clients to hopefully, you know, keep their hands straight and everything's good, sometimes it doesn't always happen because we're working, we're busy doing what we're doing. We can't see how their hands are positioned in the lamp. And it's always that one side of the lamp or the finger that's really hard, especially if clients' fingers curl over. So always recommend having those thumbs cure separately. With our gel, we recommend a 60-second cure in our LED lamp. And now I'm going to come in and apply my first layer. Okay. So now for all of you who are not familiar with using a nozzle, all you do is what I'm going to do is, for me, I like to just build out my free edge first because I'm going to pinch it. So I just squeeze what I want. If you don't want to use the nozzle, no problem. You can just apply the gel onto the form or the nail wherever you want it to go and then switch right to your brush. But right now, all I'm going to do is slowly work that product out. And I'm just using my nozzle, which is awesome. Apparently, I'm going a bit long here. I know my clients love it when they tell me a certain length. And it always ends up going a bit longer. Why not? This is fun. I haven't done my nails long with gel in a while, so. Okay, so that's how you do it, just with the nozzle. And I'm just gonna taper that off. And if I need to switch for this, in this case, I am going to just switch to my brush if I need to, you know, direct that product anywhere in smaller areas, like right up to the corner, just to make sure that I've got good coverage, okay? Excuse the noise, I'm right beside a very busy road and we've got some trucks coming in, so good. Okay, I'm just gonna turn it upside down for a second. And then I'm gonna give that, we're gonna do a 10 to 15 second cure, and then I'm gonna come in and pinch it. So I'm gonna just use our Ugly Duckling C-Curve tool, and we're gonna give that a slight pinch so that we can get a nice C-curve in there. Just gonna bring it out, kind of give it a little tap. I think we're good. And then we're just gonna pinch it, and that's gonna really help create that C-curve. The beautiful thing about these pinchers, these tongs, are that I'm releasing it and I cannot feel that on my nail plate. However, not everybody is the same, so it's important to make sure you slowly release pressure using these, but I cannot feel any pressure at all. It's just being applied to the extension here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and, this is great when you have a lamp that has a removable base. You can take the base off and then just put it right over top, especially if you want to keep those tongs in place. Okay. Just gonna keep holding it there. And then once that's done, I can take off my form and create the rest of my structure after the form's off. You can keep forms on, you can take them off, completely up to you. Depends on what design you're doing as well. Everybody has a preference. Have any of you guys tried our Ugly Duckling Sculpting Gel at all? If so, which ones are your favorite? Just out of curiosity. And it's nice too, with our clear gel, it's clear, so it's got a good cure. Whereas if you're using, let's say, our Fufu or our pink, even our natural, any ones but clear, it's important. You guys see that C-curve built in there? Gorgeous C-curve. That's going to add a lot of strength and durability to the nail. And I'm just going to add the smallest amount to that to create the apex and finish off where the natural nail is. But you can have a very thin, natural looking nail with a curve like that. I'm just going to put it in there just to make sure it's fully cured. I was talking about, oh yes, the Fufus are whites. If you are a gel tech who likes to apply in layers, no problem. It's just very important to make sure that you fully cure in between each layer fully and not quick cures, because what happens is each layer doesn't get fully exposed and you're going to have under curing issues. Okay, just trying to turn that off. Okay, so now I'm going to come in and just apply the rest of my clear. So I've got my bottle here. And the great thing about the stand too, the bottle stand, is a lot of people, you know, either don't have the stands with their bottles, but it allows your gel to always be ready. No air bubbles, you know, the gel is at the ready position. You don't have to worry about getting any gel from the end of the bottle. It's always ready to go. So I'm just slowly applying my clear gel with the tip of the nozzle, which is awesome. And for example, if this is not working for you, just apply the product where you want it and come in and switch to your gel brush. Absolutely no problem. It's nice to have that option. And let's say you guys are, I'm gonna do a quick cure on that. If you guys don't use the black 16 ml bottle, you can use it, you can actually purchase it and use it to refill any of your smaller pots. So if you generally use from a smaller pot, you can grab a 60 ml bottle, save the discount, and then use it to refill any of your 15 ml pots as an option as well. And I was just reading Natasha's comment, so I'm not sure what was said before, but we both, I know in school, we kind of always, we're acrylic girls at heart. And gel always intimidated me, always intimidated me. So I'm just gonna run some right down the center, and then I'm going to use my brush in this case here. But having a gel that is easy to work with and you know, doesn't have necessarily a lot of steps or is confusing, because I know back, I guess it's been 14 years since I've been in the industry, having so many options or things like that, I guess, confused me, let's say. So we really try to make it very simple, you know, with our gel. Clear gel is a one-step gel. You know, you use it as a base, you can sculpt with it, you can even use it as a finishing top coat. However, I always like to finish with our no wipe, or depending if I'm using a color. We want it easy for nail techs to use. Sorry, I'm kind of working a little bit crooked here just because I want to keep it in plain view. Just kind of creating that apex. I want to make sure I've got enough product, and then we're going to file it. But I really find our Ugly Duckling gel is super easy to work with, and it is easy to file. It's just a beautiful gel. It's a beautiful gel. We are working on a thicker viscosity clear at the moment to add to our line as well. And we do have our color gels. So our color gels are a fabulous option to inlay, so you can embed any of our color gels within our gel line, or you can use it as a finishing color on top of a finished file nail as well. I'm almost done. I just want to make sure I've got enough. And see now, because I've used most of this, all I'm doing is getting air. So that's, see, all I'm doing is getting air. So having it in your stand really helps keep all the gel ready to go. So I'm just going to pull out of my jar right now, just to finish off. Such a beautiful color. I just need to build up right in here a little bit more. I hope I'm still in frame. And then we're going to shape it. I'm going to shape it after. I think my favorite thing to do as a nail tech is filing and shaping. You know, because you don't have to, and I think for me too, and I'm sure I can speak for Natasha, with acrylic, it's just so easy to get that application perfect, you know, with making sure our beads are pressed out nicely and nice and smooth. And sometimes gel, because depending if it's a thicker viscosity, really hard to get some of those ridges out. So you don't have to worry about that. You know, you're applying, making sure you have the product where it needs to go, and then all you do is you finish file. So I'm going to leave that like that. We're going to do a full cure, and then I'm going to start shaping it. But the idea too is to make sure that you're not applying too much product, so you're not wasting a ton of product, and you don't have a whole lot of filing to do either. Okay, hi Yvonne, hi boss. So Yvonne, if you're just joining us, Natasha's here helping me answer questions. I just was showing everybody our gel in a bottle application using the nozzle. Again, for anyone just joining us, it's our monthly special, 15% off of our 60 ml bottles, and you also receive a free gel stand with each bottle purchase. Okay, and if you prefer to use our smaller pots, like mentioned, you can pick up the 60 ml gel and use it as a refill for the little pots, which is great. And we actually have a lot of customers that do that as well. Okay, almost there, almost there. And then I'm going to use our Ugly Duckling Gel Cleanse to remove the inhibition layer before filing. Alrighty. Again, just making sure my position of my thumb is good. And I'm going to file with our medium coarse file. Coarse on one side and medium on the other. I'm just gonna remove that sticky layer. Really important, you guys, when you're removing it, not to be going everywhere on the skin, because that's going to transfer that uncured layer on your skin, creating contact, which is not what we want. We want to make sure to avoid any product contact to skin at all costs. So I'm going to start using our coarse end to shape. I pre-scored these edges. Any new file, you guys, please make sure you score them because they are extremely sharp. And I made the awful mistake years ago on actually Mother Duck Yvonne when I was taking a class. I guess it was an art class, and she was so gracious to let me, you know, she was my model. And I forgot to score them, and turns out I cut her really bad, so really make sure to avoid that. Now I'm just taking off of my jewels because I don't want to get them dusty. As I'm filing, hope I'm still in frame. Might be a little bit harder to see the clear now because it's being filed on. Okay, well, I'm thankful, Yvonne, you don't remember that. That was not a proud moment. I felt guilty. Just like that, how I flinched is the exact same way you did it. You jumped in your seat a little bit. Okay. So this would be more of a square, but I like mine more tapered. So once I work on my surface area, I'm going to taper in those side walls a little bit and try to stay away from that cut. Oh my goodness, Crystal. I wasn't really sure what shape I was going to do. So typically if I was going to go a little bit more of a tapered, I would have pinched the form in more. But that wasn't the plan. I was just going to do a shorter nail. But then I got excited when I saw the gel go on. I'm like, nope, let's go a bit longer. So it's no big deal because I still have a pinch in there. And the pinch is nice and pinched underneath there. So I still got a very strong, durable nail. But I just want to show you guys application. We'll do a quick file. And then I'm going to finish this nail and do a gel polish application. You guys are going to help me pick a color. I can't decide right now. It's too difficult. And of course, if you prefer to use an e-file, you use an e-file. We have a wonderful Ugly Duckling e-file that I absolutely love to use. And I'm probably going to switch to that to get real close up around the cuticle area. How's everybody doing here? Oh, my poor little finger. Okay, just getting the shape in there, thinning it out a little bit here. Oh, make sure I'm still in frame. I remember when I first started nails, thumbs, oh my goodness. Thumbs were not my friend. I am not sure how you guys feel, but I always found thumbs tricky, probably because it was harder to hold. Fingers are a little bit more, like the thumbs are shorter, you know, to grip this way. I'm going to just grab my e-file quickly because I think it will be good. I'm just going to move my lamp. And right now I'm just going to use our medium sanding band. I'm just going to plug in my... Anyways, so I've got it on. I'm just gonna go on a speed of 3 right now. Thumbs were my least favorite. I've always loved doing ring fingers. Yeah, see, the ring fingers are nice. We always had that one nail that we just really enjoy doing. So this is just our medium sanding bands right at the moment. And I always like to finish off any enhancement just to clean that cuticle area. That way you have that product going nice and flush right into the natural nail. You have no ridges. That also helps prevent lifting if it's sealed nicely. If your product is too thick back at the cuticle area, that's when it's more likely for product to lift off. It's too heavy. And it's nice because having that cuticle area nice and thin will also allow you to apply gel polish nice. It goes on smooth. It doesn't create any bulkiness or illusion that it's bulky back there. I know we've all kind of run into that issue with application of gel polish, so it's just a little tip. I just like to blend it out, make sure the whole surface area is nice and smooth. Okay, let's turn that off. I'm just going to do a little bit more refining here. Free edge. All of our files too, you guys have a different center, so you can tell them apart, especially, you know, not like it matters, because when I always use one file per customer, always. But it's nice to have the color coding different, just so you're able to tell the difference. They are labeled as well on the front, but the color coding makes it easy to just visually see. Okay, you guys, I'm getting close here. All right, I'm just going to take a look. Okay, question for you guys. Okay, so while I'm finishing this, would you guys like to see a gel polish application or a color gel application? I guess that'll make a difference because I have gel polish here, and I can also grab some color gel, and you guys can decide what you think I should put on my nails. Okay, so regardless of application of color gel, here, I got one here, I'm just gonna show. Here's the color gel. These are our little color gels in pots, and then we also have our gel polish. Beautiful colors, lots of different options. When you're applying either or to a natural nail, a finished file nail, very important to make sure the surface is not too smooth. If your surface is too smooth, you're going to run the risk of having that polish or a gel just peel right off. It's not going to adhere to a smooth surface. So we always recommend finishing filing with a medium grit file, a coarse buffer, or a medium sanding band. Very important. Sometimes I find if we finish the enhancement with a coarse buffer and you're using more of a lighter color, such as a pastel, sometimes the fine scratches may kind of pop through. So I've used our medium buffer, and I primarily use our medium buffer and have no problems with that gel polish coming off. So if you do have problems with peeling, take a look at your application and your finishing filing, okay? If it's peeling right off, then it could be because it is too smooth. And I always get my customers to wash their hands to remove the dust, opposed to using like an alcohol to remove. Alcohol is going to smooth that surface right out, and we don't want that, okay? So just a little tip there. Okay, I think I'm good. And let's go in and just do a quick medium buff. Okay, so anybody have preference on gel polish or potted gel? Let me go grab a couple colors. What I'm going to pick 2 colors of our color gel, and then I'm going to show you the 2 options for our gel polish, and then you guys are going to pick for me. Half a second here. What should I pick today? Okay, that one or... Okay, I got it. So you guys are going to see a common theme here. Today it's going to be pinks. So these are our potted gels, number 14. So that color is what's in the jar. This one, number 16, is probably one of our most popular colors. It's got kind of like a goldish orange hue to it. Love it. This one's so pretty. So that is number 16. Or do we go with number 156? Let's open this up and show you guys. This is like, it's like a purple pink. Purple pink. Gorgeous. Love it. Okay, I'm looking. So we got 16 so far. Oh, okay, okay. You gotta pay attention. Natasha, I need you to focus on all the numbers everyone is saying, and then let me know at the end. This one's number 31. So this was one of our original colors, and this is like the ultimate Barbie pink. It's been a long time since I've had this one. So that one is number 31. Let's recap quickly, because I can't make a decision. I really can't. 156, 31, 14, or 16. Those are the options. So far, pretty much I've tied with 16 and 14. Okay, well, 14 came in. 14 is winning now, I think. Okay, you guys did it. 31. Okay, I was hoping for 31, but that's okay. Let's go with the, we're going to go with the potted gel. I'm just dusting off my gloves here. So, I'm just going to dust off real good because I'm not going to go spend the time to wash my hands. Get all that dust off. Now I'm going to switch brushes because I'm using a color. And with the color, I always like to keep a separate brush. Like I mentioned, just going to put my jewels back on. That way I keep it simple and easy to clean. So I am grabbing my black gel brush. I use the black gel brush for all color applications. Okay, so number 14. 14 actually is my favorite number, just so you guys know. When we apply these colors, very important, including our gel polishes, to apply thin. If you apply too thick and you experience any rippling, it means the product's too thick and it's not curing correctly. Very pigmented, a little goes a long way. So we're going to apply very thin. And most of our color gels go on in one coat. Can you guys see that coverage already? This is such a beautiful pink. You can see with how I'm spreading that is covering in one go. I always like to apply my free edge first and then work back to my cuticle area. That way, if there's any thickness, if there's any extra product, it's really easy to pull back. That is amazing coverage. Absolutely perfect. For me, preference-wise, I always usually do 2 thin coats, and that's because I like to really perfect my application, especially around the cuticle area as well. So give me a second, you guys. I'm going to stop talking because it's like holding your breath. Sometimes it's like when my clients are talking, it's like I'm just praying that they don't decide to flinch all of a sudden. And then your brush goes right into the cuticle area. Okay. So then just pulling back the extra. It's just so beautiful. It goes on so creamy, so luscious. Now I have to quickly change over. 1 second, you guys. Put my lamp back on. And then we want to do a full 60-second cure on this as well. Okay, really important to make sure you do a full 60-second cure. Okay, we're still here. Good. I'm also going to finish with our matte top coat, and then I'm going to do half the nail in matte, half the nail in shiny, because I want you guys to see the difference between our matte top coat and our no wipe top coat, because they're amazing. The difference between our high shine and our very matte. Okay. Second coat, coming. Okay, so our color gels, and we have similar colors in our color gels to our gel polish, but everything generally is a little bit different. Give me a second. I'm thinking which one would probably be close to this one. 6? I'm thinking number 6 in our gel polish, if it's similar. So you can always go check that out. And I'm also working a little bit, a little bit further away. And I love our gel brush in the sense that it has that oval tip because it really makes it easy to get around the cuticle area. And if you really want to get even closer, because everyone has a different shaped cuticle area, nail plate, right? Down at the base. So using our detailer 2, which Natasha and I generally do a lot with gel polish application or color gel, you can use our detailer 2 brush and just to perfect it. It gets that much closer and you're good to go. Okay. I'm going to fully cure that and then we're going to finish with a top coat. Thank you, Desi. I appreciate that. It is a nice pink. And it's nice too because we have so many colors and most of the colors I've used, but not every single one I have not used on myself personally. So it's always kind of fun to try something new when you're switching up your nails. Okay, you guys. So now we'll get my 2 top coats ready. No white, no wipe and matte top coat. If you guys haven't tried our matte, it's amazing. We have been very blessed and won 3 awards for our matte top coat. It applies matte, it stays matte. Your clients come back 3-4 weeks later and the nails are still matte. It doesn't absorb any oils or cream. Very easy to remove any creams that are, on the surface of your top coat by just rubbing it off, and it does it so easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with our matte. We'll do our matte and then I'm going to do the no wipe after. Just a word of advice. If you currently use our Ugly Duckling matte top coat and you find that it's not applying satin, okay, or it's not applying matte, but it comes out more satin, give your bottle a good shake. The matte pigment tends to kind of settle to the bottom if it hasn't been used in a while, and that would be the reason why. Okay, so just to let you guys know, nothing wrong with the matte. That's just what it does. So I'm going to apply all over the entire nail, and then I'm going to do the no wipe. Making sure I wrap the sides. I always do the tip just to make sure we've got good coverage, good application. Okay, so same thing. We are going to apply or put that into the lamp for 60 seconds. So with our matte top coat, you guys, it does cure with a slight inhibition layer that needs to be wiped off. So you can either use our gel cleanse to wipe it off, or just dry wipe is fine as well. I'm gonna do the full cure. And then we'll put some, I'm just gonna kind of swipe it down and show you guys our no wipe as well. So if you guys have any last minute questions for us, we would be glad to help you. Again, if you use Ugly Duckling nail products and you have questions or you need troubleshooting, feel free to reach out to us anytime. You can call us directly at head office and talk to us, or you can send us an email. We would be more than happy to help you as well. Okay, so it comes out of the lamp and it does have kind of that sheen look. So I'm just going to take my paper towel, I'm just going to give it a second to cool down. Sometimes too, if you find, again, your mat may not be matte, let that cool down prior to removing that inhibition layer. Very important, because if you don't, then you can actually alter the finish. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe it down. Okay, there's our wonderful matte. Wow, that's matte. Missed a little area around the cuticle area, but that's okay. Now I'm going to put on our no wipe, just so you guys can see. I'm not going to speak for this though, because I'm going to hold my breath and try to get a straight line. So what do you guys prefer, matte or no wipe? And I guess it depends too, maybe what design you're doing, but what's your ultimate preference? Okay, there we go. Just gonna apply a little bit more, just so you guys can see the difference. Not hear that. I think it depends. I think for me, it really depends on if I'm doing a design or if I've got glitter inlays. Completely preferent. But I find too, like, sometimes we kind of go through stages where matte is extremely popular and then no white high shine is more popular. Natasha says, I love matte on my clients, but for me, they need to shine. Yes, Natasha, well done. That's how I feel, because I'm all about the bling, so anything that's shiny is cool. But also, matte and then bling on top looks super cool. And sometimes it actually is a better case scenario when you're doing crazy bling, not over the entire nail, because the matte kind of sits back in the background and chills and lets the bling shine. Whereas the no white might try to overpower the bling, but nothing ever overpowers bling. Our clear as mud crystals. Okay, my friends, there we go. I hope you can see that okay, the difference between our no wipe and our matte. And in this case, I would use a cuticle oil to apply to my client's nails after, so we can remove any dryness. This is a little bit of dust that is settled on there. It would have been removed if I washed as well. But matte versus no wipe. Love it. You can see that shine. Gorgeous. Okay, so just to let you guys know, recap, this month until the end of June 30th, we have our bottled gel 60 ml on for 15% off. And you also receive a free stand. The stand is a $10 value, and then you're receiving 15% off the product. Great buy this month. You guys can also take a look on our YouTube channel for application video using our sculpting gel. And anytime we have tons of different videos on our YouTube channel. You guys can take a look at product knowledge videos, little application videos of different products being used. If you have a request and want to see anything, let us know and we can add it to our list. You are very welcome. Shan, I believe you pronounce it. Thank you for joining. Any last minute questions for Natasha and I? Well, just to let you guys know, Natasha will be going live this Thursday, which is actually tomorrow. We will announce that one on our Facebook page to give you guys a little heads up on that. She is going to be doing a wonderful demo. I'm not going to tell you what that is because it's a surprise. You'll have to come by and watch it. If not, we'll keep it on our wall so you guys can refer back to it as well if you're not able to join when she is live. Okay, my nail friends, thank you so much. We appreciate all your support. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out to us anytime. You can visit us at uglyducklingnails.com for any product information. You can take a look at our distributor list. There may be one close to you. Thank you, Natasha, for your help. And we will see you guys tomorrow on the Ugly Duckling Facebook page. Lots of love from Christical and Natasha. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And bye for now.